By Vladimir Putin's standards, this was a brief news conference. Speaking for more than 3.5 hours, the Russian president didn't spare any degree of flattery for his controversial American counterpart. Putin said President Trump has been working under great constraints and limitations, but so far, so good.
Objectively, we can see a number of fairly serious achievements over the short period he's been at work. Look at the markets, for example.
What's Putin's calculation for complimenting President Trump?
Vladimir Putin wants to be in a position where he's grading the administration. It elevates his status, certainly in front of his own people, as if he's assessing the Trump administration. He also wants to drive a wedge between the administration and the Congress. He's acutely aware that it was the Congress that pushed the sanctions over the summer.
Putin also brushed off the investigation into potential collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, the former KGB colonel calling it espionage mania.
This is all dreamed up by people who are in opposition to Trump to make sure that everyone thinks that what he's doing and working at is illegitimate. It's just delirium. It's madness.
It also feeds into, I think, President Trump's concern about the intelligence community, this so-called deep state. President Putin acknowledged that this was something that was created to divide. So it just strengthens President Trump's views on this investigation.
Putin's own re-election next year is a foregone conclusion. Still, this authoritarian leader had the nerve to say he wants a, quote, balanced political system with competition. He was asked why there's no effective opposition running against him.
When you are talking about opposition, it's not a matter of just demonstrating in the streets. What you have to do is propose something to make things better.
This from the man whose opposition has an extraordinary habit of meeting up with violence. Alexei Navalny, the most vocal opponent of Putin's who's still alive, has been arrested on corruption charges he says are concocted by Putin. Navalny's been repeatedly jailed and prohibited from running for office. Prominent Putin opponents like Boris Nemtsov and Vladimir Kara-Murza have wound up dead or poisoned to the brink of death.
People that threaten the stability and the longevity of that regime suffer consequences, fatal consequences, or they are bankrupted, they are, forced into exile.